One yes, one no.
Today I want to cover a lot of things, people, and if you'll try to hang in and listen, we have a lot to make up. Heather, put that away, dear, please. It'll be easier for you and for me if you take out some paper and follow along in some notes, because I have a fairly clear-cut idea of what I want to start with, at least. Now, first of all, I want you to define democracy. Give me a definition. When you start to think about it, you realize the almost a complete impossibility of trying to come in contact and keep the attention of 35 different people who've had, different experiences in coming into your room, who will, be thinking about what they had for breakfast, what they didn't have for lunch, why their boyfriend didn't write them a letter, whatever else it may be. Can I pick on somebody, or can we get a volunteer? No volunteers? All right. Doug, what do you think is the generally accepted definition of democracy that this country usually agrees with? What do you think it means at all?
I don't know.
Do you think one of the answers before that were given was it, or?
Well,
let him try
it up. Well, I don't know. I can't answer it.
Oh.
The last couple of years, everything's been motorcycles in my life, Every weekend I go to the races, and I like working on motorcycles, and because everything's motorcycles. I was going along, I just quit. In first place, and the guy wasn't very close behind me either. What happened to Ron? I saw him laying at the bottom of the downhill.
No, he was running fourth, and he crashed over here.
I was in third. The first two guys fell here.
I know. I saw that. You still going, oh, excuse me.
Doug, I think, is an average student. He's a student who has many interests, and I think many of those interests are outside of school.
Yeah.
Well, where is it?
You just made it up.
Oh, right here. See that line right there that's connecting? He's going to be homosexual.
He's going to be here. He already is.
I don't know. Maybe
crazy. You were talking about it.
I'm not sure about mine.
Oh,
it's all crossed up right there.
That mean long life or something?
Yeah, all the way down there.
Pretty long life
Really?
there.
Which one's that?
And if you have a mole, on your finger, that means you're
have dirty
dishonest.
hands.
No, you're dishonest.
They're holding frogs.
What's it mean if you have calluses?
What?
It means if you have calluses, it means you work hard.
You ride bikes.
In class, he just doesn't have a great deal of interest in what's going on. His outside life, really, has so much more glamour to it.
You like winning?
Yeah, I like winning. I like getting trophies and winning money and stuff. Really? You look at us, man. Excuse me.
Look at us. What do you mean, look at that?
Well, these 19-year-old guys on 100s, and we're only 16 on these 250s, and Tracy just turned 16, he's got a 500.
Yeah, well, he's not fast.
I like the colors. They're very sharp. Very sharp.
Well, everybody wears different things,
That's nice. That's a nice smiley picture of you.
Well, I guess I'm stuck here.
Just fake it.
Can't fix it, Doug.
Here, put this up
That was quick.
on the table. Hey, Tom.
Hey, put this in the coffee can.
Hey, yeah, put that in the coffee can.
Okay, let's take your shocks off.
I've never had the engine out. I've never had it, I'm just take it all the way down to the frame. Just, get it sandblasted and paint the frame and make it look all works again.
Well, he doesn't put too much of his time in his schoolwork. I think if he would, I think he'd do a much better job. And I don't force him to do his schoolwork, and perhaps I'm wrong, I don't know.
Wow! You're on camera!
I like going to school because I like, seeing everybody and things like that. And I like working and things like that in school too, if it's interesting, things like that. Like, if the teachers don't make it interesting, usually I won't, catch on to, too good.
He passes. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't push himself to any level of anything beyond that.
Yeah, well, this is it's a combination of a milk plant. We process milk in our plant, and we sell it out in the front.
How are you today?
All the children can be involved in it. It gives them something to focus on. It gives them some opportunity. It puts some money in their pocket. And we think of it as a family business, and we try to share the responsibilities and the rewards.
Who's next?
Okay.
Who's next? All?
Yeah.
Is this what Mom was telling me about? You're going up north?
Yeah, we'll leave Thursday. We'll sleep at Tom's sister's house. Goof around on Saturday, and the race is Sunday, and we'll come back Sunday night, get home like
You're going to race or just watch?
Just watch.
Okay.
So,
Well, we'll have to fill you in on Saturday morning.
get rid of us.
Where are you going?
Livermore.
Livermore?
Yeah.
To watch a race?
Yeah, the big race.
It's a big ride.
And then, you just keep riding, and pretty soon someone will, like, they spot you, like in baseball, you know, and then they'd sponsor you, you know. And usually, if someone sponsors you, you know, that means you're going to be around motorcycles for a pretty long time, you know.
First race, we get started as soon as we can. To the expert 125. The expert 125 can be pushing their bikes up to the line.
The riders are still 100%.
I still think it's a matter of getting the individual to care enough to want to have a good high school academic record.
But basically, I just feel that I just want him to do what he wants to do and be happy. Maybe I'm just being too lenient with him. I really don't know.
I'm not trying to give you because it's not a specific question. I mean, is it voting? Would you use voting, the word voting, in your definition? If I were to help you write one now, we're going to write one together. You'd use voting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, they're all created equal and everything like that.
Right.
So,
All people are created equal.
like she said. Mr. Fabricant's class is really easy to like, though, because he's pretty nice, and the way he teaches, like, he makes it kind of interesting.
All right, someday, people, if you want to talk about the side things, I'll talk about it with you. A question you might well ask, and I won't answer it, why don't we have a straight, popular, I'll ask it to you. Why don't we have a straight, popular election for the presidency? They add up all the votes that we cast in all the states, run it through the computer, and they say, okay, you get it. Why do you think that's not done? Now, let's hear from somebody I haven't heard from today. Charles?
Okay, George Polya made an analysis which says that if there's 100% turnout in all of the states, a person can have a majority of electoral votes by taking 19.7% of the popular vote, 50.1% in all. I am academically oriented, and when I compare myself to other people that I see, they're more interested in getting out and going home and watching television and forgetting about everything else.
You just play it on 4 cue.
Oh my God! I didn't recognize you with your cap on.
Pawn to king 4. Pawn to king 9. I've seen it. That's not money. Yes, it is. Look. It's a straight line, straight down like this. Oh, Matthew.
I could beat him. Why couldn't you?
I never got to play him.
The third file to the fourth. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, if Randy's not here, I'm going to show you my good. You remember the congruences. I'm taking you through the first 5 chapters of the number theory book.
Yes, what is this thing?
It's congruent, too.
What about where x equals 12?
Well, that's mod 6. They're all the same.
Oh, they are.
Mod 6.
Oh, mod 6.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't need to teach Chaz. I mean, I wouldn't claim to be teaching Chaz at all. I don't do that. What you do is try to stay out of his way.
Less than or equal to...
Tau has more additions than sigma.
Wait a minute, now what about tau? We're trying to compare tau.
What you want to do is use the concept you're trying to prove. You
Lower sigma
say that the upper sum is
is
greater
less
than
than or
the
equal
area.
to lower tau, right?
I like the lunch periods at the math club. I like that very much, but I don't know about school. I don't have any feelings. I don't think about it.
I first became aware of him as being somewhat unique when he answered a question so deviously in a quiz. I asked about the sign of the Declaration of Independence, people who had signed the Declaration, and the textbook, and I expect every kid in the class to put down John Hancock, and he put down Button Gwinnett, of whom I've never heard.
What is the equation xy equals k?
Rectangular hyperbola.
Correct. What is the Dutch word for farmers?
Yeah, forward.
Correct. Who is Goldwater's running mate in the 19th?
Miller.
Glory is not the right word. Recognition is a better word in that respect. School gives him a lot of recognition.
See, sink.
Sebastopol.
I say Sebastopol should go into the Black Sea and drown. Oh, the fleet already did sink, so...
Grounded. Man, I'm trying to think whether I want an army or a fleet.
Support me to Sebastopol and then knock me out again, just to make it exciting.
No.
I
built 4.
Hold it.
Wait a minute, then you won.
1, 2, 3,
Because
4,
the
5,
15
6,
was
7,
counting
8,
those that I
9,
had
10,
not
11,
built
12.
Oh, wait a second. 1, 2, 3.
That's 12 units.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Capitalist pig snort. Ooh, I thought he won. Let's play football, Tom.
Okay.
I like theoretical math. If math has use, it's no good. What good is math if it's useful? It should be admired. It should not be used. I know a true mathematician. His name is Dr. Shalin, and he's a real poet at mathematics.
I'm not an intellectual type. I'm a physical type. So I don't know where what I have had to contribute to his intellectualism.
Well, you answer his questions and you take him to museums and different places, and we've taken him to trips. And anytime he's interested in anything, we go to the library, research it, and we let him go on tours. He had a tour around the United States, and anything at all that's within our means that will help in his stimulation.
It turned out just like a wheel, and just as hard, too. We rolled it right off the back.
First of all, our oven, you can't read the numbers on the dial, and secondly, even if you could, it's 80 degrees off. I'm very happy about the parents that I chose. They give us a great amount of freedom, and they set very good examples for us.
He walked late, and he never made any effort to talk, but when he did walk, he walked without help and without crawling, and when he did talk, he talked in sentences. So it was just as if he didn't want to be bothered with anything until it came out.
I like when I finished a problem, I've done it, or I've won the diplomacy game, which isn't often, or when in a book, when there's something that, a new insight that I like very much.
I see him as a perpetual student or a researcher in some scientific field.
He wants to be an atomic physicist.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great place for him to be. I hope sometime he gets married.
By taking 19.7% of the popular vote, 50.1% in all of the smallest states up to 270 electoral votes.
Yeah, our system could be, I mean, do you understand what he said? I can't criticize anybody's answer here because democracy is a word that people use all the time. Everybody's in favor of it, and nobody can define it. Okay, let's have some other definitions for today. Charles?
Well, I thought that, I don't know what it was in, but they said it was for the people, by the people, of the people, and I think that's what it is today. You know, it's the people are ruling themselves. There's no king, there's no monarch.
The people had so long been told what to do, and they'd never, well, their word hadn't been heard. And they just wanted, for once, to just rule themselves and not have...
Oh, I like history as a subject, pretty much. I don't like the teacher. He gives assignments that most of them are strictly opinion, and I don't see how he can really grade it.
I don't think I'm positive there's not a right answer or a wrong answer here.
I like the facts, you know, just the straight facts, that you can give just straight answers to.
Untrusted business, Sheriff. Glorious. This glove is damaged.
Teachers discussed the election today?
Not really. I didn't have that class today. I had algebra and biology.
Wasn't much interest in it, or?
Not really. Well, I hope to graduate high school at least, and then go on to college. And I wouldn't mind being a marine biologist or police officer. Was there any current? Gee. Well, if you don't wear a weight belt and you have your wetsuit on, then you'll be buoyant. Well, then you'll be neutral. Yeah, that means you're not supposed to sink and you're not supposed to float.
What, you got biology? Yes, sir.
No, but I do.
Well, I think Mike is a very average boy. He's a very good boy. He has enthusiasm. He has love of country, love of God, and love of family. I just think he's a good boy.
Yeah, Tom's buying a coffee. He's got $1,800 saved up for his new car. And Tom, what kind of a car are you gonna get? A Pinto.
I think I told you I had his name down wrong in the roll book. I had it spelled Laymor. And for weeks I called him by the wrong name, and he never even corrected me.
Tell me something. When you go out with a girl, do you have a budget, or you just tell them you're going to take her for a ride when you get the car?
No, they pay for it.
Do you use your father's car?
Yeah. Camaro.
Do you have to buy the gas for the car?
Yeah, sometimes. He doesn't like me to, but I'll buy it anyway. And then
Are you going steady yet with a girl?
No, I'm going to wait.
He's honest. He's unassuming. He's industrious. He's not overly aggressive, but he's dependable. That should sum it all up, I
think. He never calls attention to himself, either by exceptional work or by not doing his work. He just is one of the people that's in class that you can easily ignore.
Mike is a fine boy, but he's just an average type of athlete. And as a student, he's probably about the same. And as I mentioned before, he's going to have to work a little harder to make it this year, because we have a pretty high-powered program here, and the competition is a lot tougher than in most schools. So I'm not sure how his chances are of making it this year.
Who's that for?
Your father.
Mm.
What kind of do?
What stone's going in there? Turquoise? As I see myself, I'm about average. I'm for the establishment, if you want to call it that.
The silent majority 41 or 49, McGovern 1. Say the blessing, Mike.
Yeah. God is good, God is great. Thank you for doing that.
Mike, you want to pass me that phone blessing, please?
No.
Well, Mike was is a very person with lots of leadership, and he proved that by being able to make senior patrol leader. He helped other boys in scouting so that they were able to advance.
And I've been out for about 2 or 3 weeks, and just recently got interested in Law Enforcement Explorer Post, which is, it's really not the same thing. It's completely different. They got the padded cell there. They got the soundproof room. And there's these guys sitting in the holding tank, looking out.
Jump.
Something hairy there. But the guy said it's nothing like Scouts. It's like crossing guards.
It's like being a policeman, except...
Yeah, except you're not a policeman.
Good boy. Energetic.
To a degree.
Just an all-American boy.
Should the American people known about that bomb?
No.
Why?
Well, they might have rejected the idea of making the bomb, and that's one of our major strengths. That keeps our country strong. It keeps us #1. And I think that's important.
Hold it now. Let me try to get things set up. We have 2 minutes. The Jefferson assignment, there were 2 alternate assignments that could be given. You had the stuff from the book that you could have done, or you could have written an essay. Was, in fact, Jefferson a revolution, and how do they consider it? Yeah, and you had the extra thing, and don't know if that's passed back or not, but that'll be taken care of. Would you please leave this paper that you did on the front of your desk, and I'll collect them later.
See you guys later.
About any way you want
Get
to.
unwired.
I did not. Just your name.
God, antennas
Are
and...
you gonna be, can I trust your vote?
For what?
For anything.
Mr. Fabricant, what do you want us to do with these things? This
I'll
chapter
staple them
8.
together and put your name on it. Just staple it in. Okay, thank you. You get your thing off your...
I got it all. I don't have to
It's okay, that's all.
With me.
That's good enough.
Huh?
I should have won. I had a shirt like that, but I bought this specifically for today.
Aren't you ready to go?
It was a pretty good class for a Monday, I guess.